Today's horror manga dub in narration is Library of Illusions by Junji Ito. I'd like to take this time to give a very special thanks to NelaSweets for agreeing to collaborate with this video. She does all kinds of awesome voice acting work, so you should totally check her out in the description below as well as pinned in the top comment. Anyways, I hope you all enjoy this tale, and if you do, please do not hesitate to like, comment, and subscribe.
I was living with my husband, Goro Shiozaki, in his mansion. Every room of it overflowed with his own personal library, and every book was handed down to him by his father. The books numbered around 150,000, mostly rare or first editions. For the Shiozaki family, the library was a priceless heirloom. From that mountain of books, he could pick out one he wanted in an instant. But I was shocked to learn that he read through the entire library no less than 3 times. And even if you doubt that, you couldn't doubt his intelligence. That was part of what drew me to him when we married. But, dear, what's the matter? You look upset.
Coco, there was a book here, have you seen it? Wintertime for Renee by Michelle Lazane, a love story.
Oh, I'm reading it right now. You told me you liked it, so I thought I would check it out.
What? You can't just take them as you please. If you want a book, ask me first. That way I can make sure everything stays where it should be.
I'm sorry.
The library is my responsibility. Got it? I won't tolerate even a single book out of place. Not for 1 second. And just like that, he stormed off in his anger.
With every spare moment, he would check every shelf around the mansion. His devotion bordered on obsession, and every day, without fail, he would keep a diary. Since the age of 4, he'll catalog the day's event in minute detail, and he never seemed to miss a day. His diary, now spanning dozens of volumes, was kept under lock and key.
Later that night,
Dear, are you all right?
What an awful dream. I was losing my books, one by one.
More than anything, he feared that something would happen to the library. I had no idea why he would have any reason to worry. And as the days went by, the fear only grew stronger. Dear, get a hold of yourself. You have to get some sleep for once.
No, I have to check the shelves in this room tonight.
Why are you so hung up on this? Tell me. You've been getting worse ever since we got married.
You know, you're right. Ever since you've been living here, Coco, I've felt more and more on edge.
What? Why? Think I'll do something to your books? Your library's a treasure to me too. It always been.
Don't you think I know that? But I can't help it. I don't care how stupid you think it is. I can't take my eyes off these books. No, it's gone. Coco! Coco!
Dear, get a hold of yourself.
Coco, what did you do with Wintertime for Renee? But she explained that when she had finished it, she had put it right back. It's gone! It's not on the shelf! He was right, though. Wintertime for Renee was gone, and the two of them looked all night without success. This isn't happening! Not Wintertime for Renee! It was my mother's favorite, and a rare edition at that. Not only was it her personal copy.
Dear, you can't go on like this. Come to bed.
Huh?
What? Did you find it?
No. There's another book gone.
Which one is it this time?
Tanio Akasabi's Hellskin. It's gone. It's gone. Hellskin was my dad's favorite book. He always told me that it was the scariest book to ever be written.
From that day on, he kept on searching like a man possessed. And there was nothing I could do to stop him.
Damn it! Damn it!
And then, at last, Dear! Why would you push yourself this far? What could have happened to you that led you to this? I found the key to a secret shelf in the study. There had to be something in those diaries of his.
And so, he decided to read and study his journal. It contained information about his past.
From the diaries, I finally came to understand something about his parents. His mother was a gentle, beautiful woman. She always read Wintertime for Rian to him. He was young, and there was a lot in there he didn't understand. But the kindness he felt in every word always brought him sweet dreams. But one day, she left his father for another man. It was winter. He was 4. For a while, he would run aimlessly around the house, calling for his mother.
Mommy! Mommy!
As for his father, he took it even worse. Night after night, he read horror novels to his son, just to terrify him. His father's condition worsened to the point where he was babbling nonsense.
The books are escaping! The books are escaping!
One could only guess what he was thinking when he began to commit every book in the library to memory, one after the other. Finally, he was committed to a mental hospital, and he doesn't say what happened to his father after that. In any case, it was clear that my husband had endured a childhood of suffering that might remain to this day. Still, the sheer volume of these diaries, the detail, is like his entire life until now is crammed into these pages. 2 days later, when my husband finally awoke, he started saying the strangest things.
Good news, Coco. Wintertime for Renee. I found it.
Really? Where?
Late last night, there was someone at the door.
Someone at the door?
Wintertime for Renee had come at last. She was beautiful, just like my mother was. But she was clearly wintertime for Renee. How did I know? Well, she read the whole thing in front of me, from cover to cover. And if it wasn't for her reading of Wintertime for Renee, I would have sworn it was a zombie.
Listen to yourself, dear. It was just a dream.
That was no dream. Look, can't you see her standing there? Wintertime for Renee. But as Coco looked over, no one was there.
The next day, terror further gripped my husband. Dear, what's the matter? Why are you shaking like that?
It's back! It's come back for me! Hellskin. He's the most terrifying thing ever put on paper. I tried to keep him away. But he came in through the window and started reciting that cursed novel. He did it in that death-rattling voice of his. Just listening to those words, it's like getting your body raked over broken test tubes, and now your skin has all sorts of it.
Listen to me. We're going to see the doctor. Get some help. There must be some kind of treatment for this.
Coco, there's no need for that. I've got a better idea. He'll come again, so let him come. Let's see him do his worst. As the night waned on, the two of them fell asleep together in the library, Coco sleeping on his lap. That was when a strange man came in through the doorwell. dedicate these cursed words as an offering to the cursed souls below. Forward, Hakladorma, Kashausamak. The blood that spilled around the world, just a glimpse of it, to hold in no one's eye, was enough to sear through the entire brain, so the mouth of hell could no longer be seen, only heard as the most awful chewing.
Dear? He sat there for God only knows how long, whispering. At times, the fear would be too much to take, and he would scratch apart his own body. It was clear to me he was fighting with something.
How could anyone be capable of that? It ate away at me.
Dear, stop it.
To do that to a human body, to make it the illness of hell itself. That surgeon had only made things worse. Cursed as he had been since the 50s.
Enough, stop!
Final chapter.
Stop!
Satamort, La Fedora. At that point, the stress was too much and she passed out after screaming no at the top of her lungs. Coco. Coco. Have you come to, dear?
Dear?
Everything is okay now. Hell's skin is gone. I won. Try as he might, forcing that story on me. It was he that met his end last night. I forced myself to remember every last word that left his mouth, rendering his existence meaningless. It'll all be fine now. No need to worry. But when she thought things would finally be peaceful with her loving husband, that was when... Ah! No! 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 No!
Dear, what is it?
Renee! Wintertime for Renee is gone! I couldn't help it. While she recited the words to me, I couldn't stop myself from memorizing them. She'll never appear before me again. Would that she have come at all, I had would never done this. That's it. That does it. I'll make every book here a part of me.
And so, I witnessed him perform a terrifying feat of intellect. He set himself to memorize the entire library, pushing himself beyond human capability. Every book he owned, tens, hundreds of thousands. He stopped not even for encyclopedias and proved it by reciting them for me.
The Niagara Falls Peace Conference, 1914.
It was utterly bizarre. 1 minute, he'll be sitting in silence, but for the sound of turning pages. Then suddenly, in the high-pitched voice of someone on fast forward, he'll read it back so it echoed all through the house. The number of books he memorized had to exceed 100,000 already. The ones he was done with piled up like mountains. The sight of it was enough to fill me with concern every time.
Yes. Oh, right here.
Dear, I'm begging you. No more, please.
Quiet. It's just a bit more to go. But my brain is reaching capacity. Can I fit everything in? Or will my brain explode? Will I gain all knowledge? Or lose it all?
Don't! Stay in control! By the next day, my husband lay there, a shell of his former self.
Chapter 1. When we first met. Renee's love. Pure as the snow that coated the town.
His brain had been taken over by the library. By his hands lay a few dozen or so fallen books. He'd been trying to memorize them right up until the end. Which books? His own diaries. No, it's too sad. If he could have just remembered his own memories. Would he have kept his sanity? Dear, all for this stupid library.
Fire! Fire! The Shirazaki house is burning!
We've recovered a body inside the house when it went up. Get me an ID of that right away. What? You lived here? You were his wife?
I lit the fire myself, but I didn't want to kill him. The flames spread so fast, I couldn't get him out. I just had to destroy the library. So I burned it, and it's all gone. At last, it's all gone. No more library. No more illusions. I'm glad.
Ma'am, I'm going to have to ask you to tell all this to the police. Did your husband have any other family?
Well, as his neighbor, I know that Goro does. In the next town over in the hospital. But I don't think there'd be much point in calling.
Wintertime for Renee.
Hey everyone, thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this story. I'd like to give a special thanks to my Patreons, Sarah DeJesus, Moto Surf, and Noah D. Thank you very much. I hope you all are having a great night, and remember, you're important and you matter. Goodbye.